Okay, Patricia, let's take a look. I breathed to my pudgy little devil dog of a chihuahua. Patricia hated absolutely everyone. And I mean everyone. She even hated my best friend Ireland, despite the fact that my red-headed entrepreneur had lived with us for months when she'd first come to San Francisco. I'd tried everything with the little dog. Treats, no treats, structured walking, dog parks. I'd even taken her to this retired military guy over in Oakland. He'd trained police dogs for half his life, so I was absolutely certain he'd be able to take my miniature creature and turn her into the sweet, loving little friend I had pictured when I'd gone to the shelter in the first place. But alas, no such luck. Patricia remained an evil little devil to everyone except for me. Eventually, I'd given up. Everyone knew that a trip to my apartment was basically equivalent to stepping into the middle of a war zone without any body armor on. In response to me, Patricia sighed, circled around the couch 3 times, and then plopped down, letting her tail hang lazily off the edge of the new, forest green sofa I'd gifted myself when I'd finally finished the book. My first book. A memoir for the great Janet Guinness, Shiro extraordinaire. I'd been sure I was going to die from excitement when her personal assistant contacted me, asking if I'd take the very popular in-depth study I'd done while Janet was on the campaign trail and turn it into a full-length book that was sure to be an instant bestseller, just like Michelle Obama's and Hillary Clinton's. The only problem? Janet was no Michelle or Hillary. In fact, I was convinced that Janet was the absolute worst person in the entire universe. Or any universe for that matter. Uncovering the inner workings of Janet Guinness was a hit, though. On that one thing, her assistant had been entirely correct. People had gobbled it up, and it had quickly climbed the ranks of the New York Times bestseller list. I should have been happy, though, right? Ecstatic, even. So why was it that when I opened up my phone to see that the memoir I had spent almost 2 years of my life working on, the book I had agonized over at 3 a.m. and 3 p.m. was still solidly at the number 2 spot for the 3rd week in a row, I felt disappointed. The disappointment wasn't because my book was number 2 instead of number 1. I couldn't care less about that. I thought getting this far was an insane pipe dream anyways. No. I was disappointed because while this book had my name on it, had the title I'd picked out and the chapter headings I'd created, the words weren't mine. Not totally, at least.